Hi, I'm Catherine Kutenbauer. I'm your instructor and the designer of Writer's Talk, Writing Through Reading with the New York Times. This is the fall 2010 edition. I'm just going to quickly introduce the books or the novels that we'll be looking at. This is Andrew Piper's The Killing Circle. Andrew Piper is dynamic and answers questions really well, so he'll be a lot of fun to have in the class. I've had him in a few times already, so I know that he's a great addition. We'll also be looking at Douglas Glover's Elle. Elle is a Governor General Canadian Prize, Governor General Prize winning novel. Douglas Glover teaches creative writing in Vermont, and he will be also a great addition to the course because he has not only a craftsperson's eye, but also a facility to carry information over about craft since he's a teacher. Linda Barry is also a teacher. The Good Times Are Killing Me. She fuses illustration and text. She's a really, really interesting individual, and the book is quite a fascinating read. It's not a long book, but it's packed full of really quite fabulous juxtapositions and imagery, both textual and visual. We'll also be looking at two short stories by Sarah Maitland. I'm still waiting on those anthologies, but they should be here in a couple of days, and I think that some of you have ordered, and I know from the publisher that they're on the way, so you should be receiving them pretty soon. If you haven't ordered those books, I strongly suggest you do. Comma Press is a small press in the UK, and it might take some time for those shipments to get to you, so the sooner the better. I just wanted to mention that Sarah Maitland plays around with fairy tale and folktale tropes, and so we'll be talking a little bit about that as well. So the course has transformed a little bit over the 5 or 6 times that I've taught it. I tend to focus in on really hard practical issues of craft, but as it expands a little bit, I'm also going into more abstract places. So with Sarah, we'll be looking at something a little more abstract, and also with Linda Barry too. So I'm trying to make that course an interesting balance of the hard practical, sort of where to put the comma and how to work plot, basic stuff that all writers need to be thinking about, but also more intellectual, heady stuff that I'm hoping will inspire you to look beyond the basic kind of world of beginning writing. So hopefully it expands your horizons and moves you forward in an interesting way. I think it will. I also wanted to just let you know how I'd like you to kind of deal with entering the course. So the first thing you will see probably is this video. So once you've looked at the video, the two places I think of most interest at this point to you should be the syllabus and the forum where you introduce yourself. So the syllabus gives you a very clear idea whether you're a certificate student or a non-certificate student of what the expectations of the course are. It probably delineates more clearly what the expectations are for certificate students, and that is simply because certificate students need to know what's expected of them in order to get graded. But if you're a non-certificate student, I really hope that you feel comfortable and free to participate as much as possible. Of course, the more you participate, the more you get out of it. But maybe more obscurely, the more you participate, the more I get out of it, and the more the other students get out of it too, because it's a group effort and the energy of the group is so very important, especially online. So check out the syllabus, read it carefully, and I think it'll answer quite a lot of your questions. And then there is a forum marked introductions or something like that, and that's where I'd like you to go next and just leave a brief bio, what you're doing, what you do for a living, perhaps what your day looks like, where you live, what sort of books you like to read, maybe what you're reading now. And also why you took the course and what you're hoping to gain from it. Because that'll help me to sort of temper the course toward the needs of everyone, which I like to do. So the last thing that I want to talk about is a real-time meeting. The course itself does not happen in real time, and that means that it's only by serendipity that you would necessarily be online at the same time as another student. You don't have to be, because the way that it works is that you leave your text comments and we all have the time and leisure to peruse them and then respond to them. So there's a constant motion of comment and discussion happening on the boards, which is ideal for people who with busy lives, because it means that if you're not available one week, you can still go back to that week and comment and read the comments that other people have left and not really miss any piece of the course. But in the very beginning, I really like to set up a real-time meeting to kind of go over any issues that you might be having with the program, with the website, and sort things out. There are usually issues around things like how to attach documents, so really practical things like that. And I'm happy to go over them with you in a real-time meeting that we'll have in one of the rooms, I call them. There's a chat room that I like to use for that. Now, one other thing, there's also a room called Live Classroom, and there's also the possibility of breaking you up into smaller groups if you want to do some work together, kind of privately. So if those things seem useful to you, let me know, and I'll organize us all doing a little practicum in there as well. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say right now. I'm really looking forward to the course starting. I think it's going to be a really fabulous and intriguing lineup. I like the way that the stories and the writers' interests kind of often merge among the four projects that we'll be looking at. And I'm, myself excited about the content. So hoping that you enjoy yourselves. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And good luck.